Hey guys, Tarke here. I want to make a quick video just talking about how I'm going to make the best Caustic arrow bow I've ever crafted in SSF, because I got really lucky and I hit this with Alt Org Regaling. So it was just bow attacks fire additional arrow, tier 2. I orged the lightning damage and I regaled tier 1 damage over time multiplier with a little bit 8 Exalted orbs worth of crafting and meta modding. This will be a double dot multi, bow attacks on additional arrow, +2 to support gems, +1 to all gems bow, which is the best bow you can get for Caustic arrow outside of either having it on a better base, either a Maraketh or a synthesized plus levels, or doing silly things with fossils with like crazy like +5 level bows. But this is ridiculous damage with the double dot multi, and the additional arrow is really nice. So, I thought what I would do is I'd make a quick write-up on how to do it, since I always get questions on how do I make bows. And this is the way to do it, and I've written it here. You can follow my Twitter. And if you follow my Twitter, then you'll see all sorts of big brain takes. But this will be on my Twitter forever, and will also be in this video forever, I guess. But the steps would be: cannot change suffix to exalt, so you get that from all of these crafts today. You get from doing the Pale Council Prophecy Chain and then getting the Catacraft. But yeah, cannot change suffix, costs 2 exalts. So the things we want to keep are the 2 suffixes. What we want to get rid of is the prefix. Annulling would be very risky because we could annul and hit one of the 2 good mods, at which point we'd break the bow. But if we craft cannot change suffix, which is a prefix, and then we scoured, we would keep the 2 suffixes and we'd wipe the 2 prefixes. So we'd then be left with a bow which is just 2 suffixes. Then what I would do is I'd roll cannot roll attack mods, which is a suffix. It costs 1 exalt. You then slam it with 1 exalt, and it guarantees hit +1 to all socketed gems, because it's the only thing it can hit. We would then remove the craft, which costs 1 scour. You then put multi-mod on it, which costs 2 exalts, and you get that from completing the Pale Council. You then put +2 support gems, which cost 2 exalts, and you get that from killing Kata from Syndicate. And then you put Chaos Multi on for 4C, and you're done. Really easy, really simple. Takes a matter of seconds, and it takes 8 Exalted orbs. Now, I've only got 3 exalts and 12 exalted shards at the moment, but we'll get there eventually. So that is like my big long-term goal. But yeah, the end result will be a disgusting bow, which I will basically never be able to replace. Now, ideally, if you were doing this in a trade league environment and you had the Muns, you would want to do this on a Maraketh base, or you'd want to do this on a synthesized plus support base, which is popping around now thanks to the return of synthesized and fractured items. You can do other shenanigans using fossils, trying to go for like +5 and stuff. That's very far removed. The only way this could be better would be if we hit the tier 1, which is bow attacks via 2 additional arrows instead of the tier 2, but that is ridiculously rare as far as mods go, and the damage over time multiplier is really rare as well. I was very lucky to hit this. I started with 500 alterations, and I hit it in 470 alterations, so I got pretty lucky. In the process of hitting this bow, I rolled over 4 okay potential bows. When I say an okay potential bow, they basically had like +1 socketed gems, and then they had like a good attack speed roll. If you're making just a good enough +3 bow with the Alt Org Regal method, then you want to Alt Org Regal until you hit either good suffixes, which are damage over time multiplier, fires additional arrows, high attack speed, or until you hit good prefixes, which would be +1 to support gems or +2 to socketed bow gems. You would rather have the +2 to support gem craft over the +2 to bow gems, because the +2 to bow gems only levels the Caustic arrow or the Toxic Grain if you're using Toxic Grain, whereas the +2 support gems hits your Empower, and it hits all your supports, which if you're using a bunch of Awakened supports becomes even more powerful. So yeah, Alt Org Regal, boom, 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 boom. And then depending on what outcome you get, you would then go through these steps I outlined here. You could also incorporate beast crafting to like guarantee remove pre's or suffixes, but that's completely situational based on what you hit. But yes, that was just a quick little bow crafting video for the people who always ask me about bow crafting. And for the people who are desperately waiting for my SSF Caustic Carry, like, ultimate guide that I said I was going to have ready for this league, I was really sick leading up to this league. Apologies I wasn't ready in advance, but since I'm now messing around with it, I will hopefully get it out before this league is up, preferably in a couple of weeks, once I've gotten everything done that I want to do in SSF. And I think that doing everything in SSF is like the ultimate like proof that something works, because if I can make it all work in SSF, even with disgusting RNG like this, and I document everything correctly, then there's no reason why you can't replicate it. But anyway, I'm Tarke, have a good day. I hope Heist is going well for you. By the way, also as a quick question, has your Heist performance gotten better or worse since the last hotfix? My performance seems to have gotten a lot better, but I've heard some people's performance has gotten a lot worse. But yes, I'm Tarke, have a good day. Bye-bye.